Hello everyone. So earlier I woke up and I went on Reddit as I usually do during my morning routine, and one of the first things I see is Irelia Carries U response to wickd's video, "This is not how you fix bruisers." So I watched this entire video. I'm not going to watch it now. If you guys want to have the context, you have to watch it yourselves. But basically I watched the whole video and he nitpicks on what I'm saying about the new runes and everything, and I think they're overpowered. And I just want to comment on that. So first of all, the video I made was during my stream. I played my first game of the day, and I already knew before the stream, I was like, this is going to be OP. I looked at the patch and I was like, holy shit, what is this? This is going to be broken, right? And I just know for a fact that sustain have always been broken throughout the metas. It's been some of the most broken stuff if you have too much of it, right? That's the main thing. If you have a very little of it, it's not broken. If you have too much, it's broken. It's the same in the back in the days in season 2 or something like that. I used to run health regen on Irelia just because it became super broken. She had a lot of healing with her W. It used to be double what you have now. Basically, now if you activate it, you heal double the amount of what you do if you don't activate it. Before it's just always the same amount, the full amount, right? And that became super overpowered because you had so much regeneration back then with the kind of masteries and whatever you had and health regen runes. Now the problem is that Riot have upped that tremendously with the new runes, due to how they moved around second wind, and they also added bone plating. And I just knew it was going to be overpowered. So I played one game and I was like, wow, this is really broken, more broken than I thought it was. So I made the video thinking, you know what, I just want to tell the people that watch my videos, this is going to be broken. You should abuse it as soon as possible before everybody comes onto it and knows that it's absolutely overpowered. He makes a video about my video, and I agree, my video wasn't perfect. It wasn't greatly made. I made it in 3 minutes, 4 minutes on stream. Like, the duration you see in the video is basically how much time I made making the video, aside from playing the game as well, right? So I agree with his criticism with that. He said what he's saying in the clips he used is a bad example. I agree with that. I think he's right. I don't have much to say about that because it's just the truth. But I don't think he's right about all the other things he says. So one thing he says, for example, is I have a quote of this. I haven't felt that the sustain is too strong and I wouldn't be snowballing this much if my lanes went bloody. So first of all, he says he's snowballing a lot and his lanes are bloody and everything. But if you go in and look at Irelia Carries U's runes, he's using PTA in every single time. He never uses Aftershock. Maybe one game here and there. Maybe. But from what I see, he uses PTA. So obviously he's not going to have non-bloody lanes if he's using an aggressive summon. And also you haven't played a single game on the new patch. So all of these games when he made the video was with PTA on the old patch. You play a game now, but that's after the video. So I don't think he's actually experienced the new patch, and you haven't tried the new runes properly, in my opinion. Because as I said in my video, what makes it overpowered is the combination of all of them, right? You need to have, I'll just show the runes here. You need to have Aftershock. Makes you super tanky. It does little damage sometimes, it does more damage other times, depending on how you play. Then you need Bone Plating, Second Wind, and Revitalize. Because of all those together, it makes you super tanky. And then also Ravenous Hunter makes you tanky. And you can even take the healing one in Domination 2. I don't remember the name of it, but I use that too in some of my games, just to try it out. And it's the amount of healing that makes it all part. It's not Bone Plating in itself, it's not Second Wind itself. Even though Second Wind was super strong before, it's not just Second Wind, oh, it's all powered. No, it's the combination of all three of them. Now, I wanted to look at some stats. I actually used some time to prepare this video, and I have the stats here. But before that, I want to go through another quote. I don't feel that way. Every time I play against Riven, I still feel like it's a pretty bloody lane. So the fact of the matter is he hasn't played against a single Riven on the new patch, and he doesn't use the Aftershock build. So obviously, again, it's going to be a bloody lane if he plays against Riven, and I think the quote is just pointless. Like, it's pointless to say that since he haven't done it, you know? Now the games he used at the end of his video, like he used some of the games, he's like, oh, all my games are bloody. Like, he used these examples, but again, all of this is pointless due to the fact that he uses different runes, right? So of course they're gonna be bloody. That's just how it is. If you don't take tanky runes, you're gonna have bloody games generally if none of them takes it. And he's even against Ignar, who doesn't take necessarily tanky runes either. I think he goes fleet footwork, right? So he goes healing runes. Anyways, let's look at the stats. Because I did a lot of this. So first of all, I want to go through the runes. Now this is the runes from all of my games. I just took the full runes. What I wanted to do was actually take runes from the laning phase only, because I think the laning phase is the most important aspect here, but I couldn't do that due to the fact that it's just too hard to get. First of all, I tried to go into the replays and find it, but you can't see runes in replays, or at least I don't know how to. Then I tried to do it on my Twitch TV VODs, but the problem is that If you look at my Twitch TV, I have something in the bottom left that says my subscriber count, and due to that I couldn't see all the runes. So one of the numbers was fucked up, and it was just impossible for me to get that information. So I just took the information from 4 games. Then I even asked Irelia Carries U to provide some information from his games. I wanted to, it's 3 games here. I wanted to get 5 games from him, but I couldn't get 5 games from him due to the fact that he doesn't use defensive runes enough. So he only had 3 games where he actually used this, and I asked him for it. Now, if you look at the runes, generally you'll have Revitalize and Bone Plating almost as good as Second Wind, right? Not nearly as good, but almost. And I think that's okay in itself. The problem is the combination again. Like, you see them all as being equally good. Now, if we look at his games though, this is all my games from yesterday, by the way. It's 9 games where I played, or 10 games, something like that, where I played the whole day. If we look at his runes, he have Triumph, Last Stand, and Second Wind. So Second Wind is by far destroying Last Stand. And it's also kind of dominating Triumph, in my opinion. Sure, Triumph is winning here, but you also have to remember that this is games that he is dominating. So Triumph is obviously a better summoner the more you're winning, or a better rune, sorry, not summoner. It's a better rune the more you're winning, and it's a worse rune if you're losing. If you're losing and never gets a kill, it's completely useless, right? Whereas Second Wind is always useful. So Triumph is good when you're already winning, then the game is already won, is going to be stronger. So these stats are obviously inflated due to that fact. And that's the interesting part, right? It's not really dominating Second Wind, even though he snowballed every single game that he gave me up the stats of. Now, if you look at Revitalize and Bone Plating, that's always going to be good. Might even be better if you're losing the game, right? Because it's going to make you tankier for those kind of things. And it's also going to help you win the team fight before it's won. Triumph is going to start kicking in once it's won, or if you get the first kill. Where Bone Plating is just going to kick in the beginning. So the stats being even is actually really incredible in my opinion, especially compared to Last Stand. Now, what I want to do as well is compare the new runes to the old runes that I would be running, for example, because I did run Aftershock before. So before, I would have Demolish, Iron Skin, and Second Wind. Iron Skin, I think Iron Skin is worse than Bone Plating, and Second Wind, and worse than, or equal to Revitalize, pretty much. I don't think there's a big difference there. It's hard to track how good it is, so I'm not going to go through that, because it's just difficult. Then we take Demolish, doesn't give you any stats at all. It's just completely useless unless you're hitting the tower, right? Makes sense. Now, you have to compare Demolish to Bone Plating. It's basically a second Wind, stat-wise, roughly. And that's what makes it overpowered, because you have so many stats now. It becomes absolutely incredible. Basically, I just think the new runes are overpowered. And also, you can just take Revitalize X as an extra rune. Now, I want to go through the thing. He said that lanes are still bloody, there's so much kill potential and everything. I used Riven as an example. Maybe it was a bad example, maybe I hadn't talked properly in it. Because what I mean is, Riven can't kill me anymore, which means that I'm just going to play safe and slowly chunk her health out, right? Before, she had kill potential on me, and in the old patch, she actually could kill me, which was the thing, right? She would try and kill me. That's why I'm running Aftershock as well, to stop her from killing me. She was going to try and kill me, and I was going to try and counterplay her. And in the end, whoever plays better is going to win that matchup, right? When now I feel like she can't really kill me, so because she have to play passive, I can never go on her, because if I go on her, she's going to eat back, right? So she's going to play passive, and because of that, I'm going to play more passive, and the lane's just going to overall be more passive, where before you had to have aggressive plays, and you were put into more situations that was difficult. But now you're just much safer. That's my problem with it. Do I think this is bad for me necessarily? No, not at all. Honestly, it buffs my champions, the ones I like to play, so it's not a bad thing for me. It's actually really good for me, but I still think it's overpowered. That's why I wanted to make the video. Alright. So, back to the thing. He said that lanes are bloody now. So I went through every single game yesterday that I played on the first day of the patch. I played 10 games, I think, something like that. And the laning phase, here we have solo kills. This is only kills in the top lane, bro. If I'm roaming mid or anything else, it doesn't count. If he's roaming mid or anything else, it doesn't count. It's only kills in the top lane specifically. If the mid laner comes top, or if the jungler comes top, counts as well. So throughout those 10, 11 games, something like that, oh, it's actually 10 games, it says that, 10 games, I got 2 solo kills in the laning phase. And that's also considering that I was snowballing every single game. We'll go through that afterwards. However, from ganks, I got 14 kills. That can be on the jungler and the top laner. But still, 14 kills from ganks, right? Mostly on the top laner, obviously. And then I only had 2 deaths from the ganks. I didn't have a single solo death either, right? That just shows that you don't actually have that many bloody lanes. I got 2 kills in games that I'm snowballing really hard. And that's not very much for solo kills in my opinion. If you're snowballing, if it's even games, I would obviously have 0, you know. Like if you look at my games right now, we'll just go through them from yesterday's here. 519, 707, 837, 101, 504, 1013, 1616, 623, 232, 2010. Right? Those are the games I took from. And I only managed to get 2 solo kills. That's not what I call bloody at all, because I'm actually dumpstering people. And yeah, you might say, oh, you diamond 5. I'm actually playing against people that are high elo. You can see this is one of my opponents. This is the highest one I played against. So that's inflated. But he's a challenger player. OPDG doesn't work right now. That's a bit unfortunate. But this guy's challenger. Oh, it works now. He's challenger, as you can see. Some of the other people were master. Most of the people I play against were probably diamond 1. I think diamond 1 is a fair assumption. Diamond 1 low master. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my response video to Irelia Carries U and what I think about the entire thing. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think, and just spread more discussion about it. I think it's a good topic.